So Piers is a coward. And if I went on with him, like when I went on with him last time, he can't win the argument or the debate.
Chief Torture, truly evil human being, like this guy Beria. One of his famous quotes was, "Show me the man and I'll show you the crime."
Imagine celebrating New Year's Eve in a cold, lonely cell, cut off from your family and the world outside. That's Tommy Robinson's reality right now. But as the clock strikes midnight, a tweet from Elon Musk lights up the internet. Could this billionaire's words be the key to Tommy's freedom, or will they fall on deaf ears? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. An earlier scandal has surrounded Tommy Robinson, the ex-leader of the English Defence League. Robinson is incarcerated for contempt of court due to his controversial statements on immigration and Islam. He was incarcerated for an event that occurred in 2018 when he was caught live streaming outside of a courtroom, which could have compromised the integrity of the trial.
The hotels need to be emptied. That's not a minority view, it's a majority view. These barbarians have been welcomed into our nation by our politicians who are raping, pillaging and murdering the hundreds of thousands of people who have gathered peacefully with smiles on their faces to send a message to the communist tyrants in power.
The fact that Robinson is a prisoner is certainly cause for suspicion, but that isn't all. What matters is the environment in which he is being detained. According to reports, Robinson is currently being held in solitary confinement, a type of punishment usually applied to the most dangerous criminals. The question of whether the penalty is proportional to the crime has been raised by this severe treatment. These drastic actions are required, according to the authorities, because of Robinson's fame. Extra security measures are necessary, they say, due of his high profile and contentious status. Criticism, however, takes a different tack. They wonder if someone is trying to use the legal system as a weapon to stifle a dissenting voice. Let us introduce you to Elon Musk, the notoriously disruptive billionaire entrepreneur. Many were taken aback by Musk's decision to lend his significant influence to Robinson's campaign. But why did the wealthiest man in the world become embroiled in this divisive British case? All it took was one tweet regarding Robinson's solitary imprisonment for Musk to take notice. Musk hit back with a shocking revelation that has shaken the UK establishment to its core. It was Tommy Robinson who he called a political prisoner. All it took was those 3 sentences from Musk to set the discussion ablaze. They cast doubt on the official storyline of Robinson's incarceration and treatment.
Right.
They decide that you're the target, and then they figure out the crime afterwards.
All of these people, these elitists, these 1%, they don't give a shit. None of them care.
Nobody can afford to ignore or disregard this message when it comes from someone with Musk's worldwide platform and influence. Now, the UK elite is in a precarious situation. The involvement of Musk has brought Robinson's situation to the attention of the world, making it more difficult to keep things as they are. It has brought up unsettling concerns regarding the right to free expression, how contentious figures are handled, and the possibility of court system misuse. The debate surrounding Tommy Robinson has changed significantly as this unusual collaboration between Musk and Robinson unfolds. The next question is how the UK government would react to this sudden challenge from a global powerhouse. Elon Musk's most recent action has shaken up the UK establishment as he transitions from tech mogul to political provocateur. But as the media circus intensifies, one can't help but wonder, could this surprising partnership between Musk and Robinson serve as the impetus for a public opinion re-examination of justice? Musk's claim that Tommy Robinson is a political prisoner has completely changed the trajectory of the discussion around the divisive figure.
Elon Musk, if you hadn't given me back my platform, then the world wouldn't be able to have seen that I was innocent. The world wouldn't be able to have seen the importance of citizen journalism.
I kid you not, how can this be real? They are releasing convicted pedophiles from prison in order to put people in prison for Facebook posts.
There has been an immediate and explosive response. Reporters are rushing to cover the event, with some lauding Musk's action as an essential test of the system, and others condemning it as an unnecessary intrusion into British politics. Even the general population is split. The comment by Musk has given new life to Robinson's followers, who see it as confirmation of their long-held views. But his detractors say that by getting involved, Musk is just giving a controversial character more power. At the same time, politicians are being cautious because of Musk's international clout, which makes this issue international in scope. The UK legal system has been thrust into the limelight as a result of the conflicting narratives between authorities and Musk's followers. Some have voiced their discomfort with what seems like double standards due to the disproportionate treatment of Robinson compared to others who are facing significant accusations, such as Labour councillor Ricky Jones. It's making a lot of people re-evaluate their views on how fair the British justice system is.
Every single chat show, police officers, politicians, they're all telling you, the British public, that I've incited and instigated the violence on the streets of the UK.
We want Keir Starmer to be looking out that window, because you know the intentions of all of his actions of locking everybody up.
International people have influenced domestic legal concerns in the past, and Musk's engagement is reminiscent of that. It serves as a cautionary tale about the influence that prominent endorsements can have on public opinion and perhaps the outcome of court proceedings. The entire world is keeping tabs on the UK, and how it deals with this crisis could affect its reputation abroad significantly. With the stakes so high, many are wondering if Robinson's treatment will alter as a result of Musk's intervention. How about we look at his solitary confinement report, not to mention re-evaluating his case? The government is in a difficult position. They must decide how to react to this sudden challenge from a powerful global figure while also preserving their position.
When you have the state decide who is a journalist, we're in communism. Yeah? When they start only allowing certain people to make reports, no, that's not what Great Britain is.
Migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls.
Anything may have happened before Musk's bombshell claim that Robinson is a political prisoner altered the course of events. It has evolved into a case study on the impact of social media on actual justice and politics, rather than merely involving the incarceration of a single guy. The changing power dynamics in our interconnected modern society are highlighted by this situation. We are left to wonder where genuine power resides in this digital era, when even a billionaire's tweet has the power to undermine an entire nation's legal system. One thing is becoming clear as the events of this narrative progress. The way social media, politics, and justice intersect will be forever altered. A focus has been shone on the ability of social media to question established structures due to Elon Musk's involvement in Tommy Robinson's case.
Obviously, it should be objectionable, and they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison. Yes, several thousand people have been given prison sentences in the UK for social media posts where there was no explicit link to actual violence.
No longer is it limited to a single divisive character. Rather, this incident calls into question the very foundations of free expression and justice in the modern digital era. Does it really matter if a billionaire tweets something? In that case, how does this bode for democracy going forward? A measure of the power of social media to affect public opinion and, by extension, actual political processes has been the Robinson case. Uncomfortable realities regarding the power structure in our interdependent world are being thrust onto us as a result. We are left to ask if there is a fundamental change happening in the way justice is served and public opinion is shaped as the boundaries between online influence and offline authority keep getting fuzzier.
Because they have no evidence to say I've instigated the riots or encouraged in any way. There's no evidence. Evidence doesn't matter when they have the mainstream media. They just hammer you continuously with lies.
But they just said it encouraged violence. I'm like, well, did anyone actually do anything as a result of that media post? Well, no.
The tragic outcome of this case shows how social media can be both beneficial and harmful. The power to amplify underrepresented voices and confront injustice is tempered by the dangers of disinformation and heightened tensions. Moving ahead, we must face these intricacies and discover a middle ground between the democratizing power of Twitter and the necessity of responsible, evidence-based discussion.